And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Eluding the, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Miles Jack not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Paul Tljsr2live with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. There's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken around the 12. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Bortles now on first down. And the catch made here by Tljsr2live. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Bortles going to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there. He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 73 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end. And
he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
There we go now.
He'll go with a big bank Fournette and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. And a great spot to start this drive from here. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he gets it down to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, Freeman. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. What a spin. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the 2nd quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. To return it is Corey Grant. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On first down, Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
There we go now. Black 58, real. Black 58, real. Here we go. Black 58.
Bortles now on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down.
Here we go.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jags first down, Bortles to Robinson. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Haven't been a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. The playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Lambeau will put this one through, And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out come the Falcons now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Throwing now is Bortles. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Gabriel, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Hey, let's go.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a... To throw is Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. The short yardage man, it's Coleman. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll get it down to the to 7. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Doug Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Freeman again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.